the Planet Green Trees Show.
Michael Comorn Law Office.
Yeah, she's called the Attorney General, isn't she?
Has done a lot of good work for rights and just such the what the police have done to the people and the things I've witnessed out of this office that and the good in and through the good work that Michael Comorn does out of that office has been in essence fighting for the individual rights of people. And when it comes down to that, or marijuana, whatever it may be, fighting for the rights of the people, and we have done that solidly through cannabis defense work in this office.
Let's make sure.
The war on drugs disproportionately affected persons of color. We all know that. So when we help to make corrections to the war on drugs, we exceptionally assist the communities of color that we're friends with, Michael.
Absolutely.
Well, if we're gonna, I wanted to introduce Jamie. I think is Jamie here or not?
Jamie is here. I start the show also affected by the redemption diamonds.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure your pretty mug was recognized and you were heard from. But Rick, I like the comments that you made. And last week I went to great lengths. I think it took like 4 or 5 different. There's 4 parts to it, but I tried to make the case for what solutions could be real solutions for the problems that exist in the. Related to the protesting that's going on and the terrible shooting, terrible killing of George Floyd. But I made the point that this goes back to a specific point in time, with the Nixon proclaiming the making marijuana Schedule 1. I mean, I read the Ehrlichman quote, which was, there was 2 political opponents. The civil rights movement and the war protesters for Nixon. We couldn't make it illegal for people to be black or war protesters, so we came up with a war on drugs. So there was a design, an institution that, and the reality is that the police forces had the discretion. The executive branch has the discretion to decide to prosecute, or the executive branch, including the police, they get to enforce the laws. They get to choose where they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, what communities.
Did someone activate a metronome?
No, it's this fan in the bunker.
Okay.
Justin.
No problem.
But you would notice that my rhythm is right on the metronome. I'm just hitting it.
You are actually working your words right in alignment with that 4-beat. Yes.
But the point being that it was the war on drugs, I think, that has gotten us to this particular point. I tried to make the case that there is an inherent racism within the police departments because of this clear disproportionality of the number of people that are arrested for the use of drugs, people that are in jail, when same amount of activity and use has been established, and the disproportionality of the community relative to the everybody else makes it all obviously something that is not sensitive to color. And
Michael, if our viewers wanted to pick up on that episode, is that available on the Planet Green Trees YouTube channel?
Yes, it is. The Comorn Law YouTube has got the Planet Green Trees TV shows hosted. But yes, that's and of course it's hosted on the Facebook as well, as it records and hosts there. I don't want to get off on this too much, but you make a good point. It is, and we'll come back to it. Let's come back to that. It's a great topic, and I think we're going to talk a little bit more about it as we begin to tease the topic. So tonight's show and topics that we're going to be discussing. We have a musical performance by the one and only Jeff Frazier. Is that real? Did he send in his music that was?
Yes,
Okay.
Justin said that we will have Jeff Frazier video for that portion tonight.
That sounds great.
Love that guy.
Okay. Topic 1, we're going to talk about Detroit police. City leaders address the violent protesters in downtown Detroit for George Floyd. That'll give us a chance to get back to that. Dana Nessel, our Attorney General, says to the feds,
Oh, Lord.
don't call us, we'll call you. What is she talking about? Topic number 3, the U.S. spends twice as much on law and order as it does on cash welfare, data shows. Topic number 4, Alan, cannabis taxes. The challenges of non-deductible expenses in the cannabis market. There's a recent opinion that came down. And topic 5 appears to be Steve Miller's Cannabis Entertainment Corner, CEC, not to be confused with CCE. And he will be reviewing
They're very different.
Yes.
Cannabis Diamonds products. Review produced by and or brought to you by Redemption, Ryan Bassor's brand. Ryan was a guest on the show a couple weeks back and discussed that. At the time, well, now we can say that apparently the diamonds are available.
The Planet Green Trees Show.